Quintin here, on fine day.
This is Ethan. Nah, I'm gonna go. Don't worry, Devon's here. This is time. Let's rock and roll!
Welcome to the Power Up Brothers podcast, where we all sound the same and Quintin's points don't matter, especially if they're about our new camera.
My God, it's a new camera.
You forgot your line. You're supposed
No,
to say.
I remember my line.
Oh,
I remembered. Hold on.
Devon's here.
Wait, hey,
Oh my God,
I didn't get to
he's
say
back.
my line.
Ethan's here. Well, say your line.
Let me tell you something, audience.
He's not going to say his line.
Doesn't this
Oh?
seem like a good time
He had me going
Wait.
there for a second.
for me to explain what Devon just did?
This looks like a live stream from a morgue is what he's supposed to say.
Well, no, I was given some leeway here. He said, I'm going to
That
make a
was your
little
mistake.
reference.
That
I
was
shouldn't
your
have given
mistake, was
leeway.
giving
There
him
was
leeway.
no reference. He didn't
No.
say, Banjo-Kazooie. That's the game where you fight Nazis, right? He didn't say that.
That's right. I did not say
He
that.
didn't say
He did
that.
not
No, I
He
didn't
didn't
say
say, Mario Kart.
No.
That would have been a reference
That would have been a reference.
to Mario Kart. He
Yeah.
didn't say that.
Guys, you
So-
probably recently saw us in the Super Mario Galaxy movie
Yes, yeah.
in the form of the much less popular character Star Fox.
This looks like a live stream from the morgue.
Oh, good job.
He did it. There you go.
Hey, patience is
Yeah.
a virtue.
But now,
Right.
now we're back in an all-new YouTube video designed exclusively for the internet.
Designed
Right.
exclusively
That's
for like
right.
11 people.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
We had success and we threw it all away just for you
This
guys.
episode-
The algorithm it's
Yeah.
gone. It's moved on.
Listen, we
The rushing river
had
has-
we had to take a little bit of time to record all of our scenes for the
Yes.
upcoming Star Fox game that we're all in.
yeah, sorry we had like a bit of a month-long break.
Let me just tell you all about
no, but this episode
show.
is based off of
Yeah.
the previous episode, our most successful episode.
the most successful.
Because we need, even though Star Fox is just a copy of the Power Up Brothers podcast,
Obvious.
Yeah, of course,
right?
yeah.
We do need
Cheap
to
copy.
follow their suit. We need to take the most successful episode. We need to just keep remaking.
We just got to
Right,
keep
yeah.
remaking it.
We're just
we
constantly.
need to stop making new
Right,
episodes.
right.
No new episodes.
Yeah.
So let's
Well,
try to remember the
monkey-
morgue episode.
The monkey's paw has curled and we technically got exactly what we asked.
Well,
We did.
see, the thing is,
We
we
really
said we
did.
needed to bring back Star Fox,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
didn't bring back
we
Star
should have
Fox.
been more specific.
You couldn't. No, we didn't bring back Star Fox because that's like saying that if I played Star Fox 64 while you all yammered on about, I don't know, some survival crafter game where you play as Snow White and you have to like use guns, or you talked about a game that had 3 people who developed it and it's just a clone of Shovel Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you talked about this game that's on Steam that's made to look like a Nintendo 64 game, but it sucks, but you played it anyways and you're buying merchandise for it. That's what basically happened.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay,
see.
Yeah.
so we didn't bring back. No, we didn't bring back.
No, I
Star
do want to
Fox.
say
we didn't bring
this
it back.
podcast like,
Single-handedly
yeah,
resurrected.
a year ago,
Star
who was
Fox.
making Star Fox podcasts? Nobody.
Yeah.
But go look at our YouTube channel. Go look back. We were making it. Our
We were
thumbnails
making
used to be
We were.
just Star
we
Fox.
decided we're gonna base our entire podcast personality
Yes.
not around popular things that would
No,
get us
no.
attention on the internet
Mhm.
or
at
around
all.
things that
No.
are trending. We
No.
were like, we're gonna base it around Star Fox.
A
And
big
now
franchise.
a year later,
Yeah.
it's all anybody can talk about it. Star Fox is in the Mario movie. Star Fox
I know.
game.
I'll say this
Why
though.
is Star Fox in my nightmares now? Like
That was because of us.
that was because of
Yeah,
us.
we did that.
we
We're
put him in
responsible
your
for that.
nightmares.
There's a lot of
Also,
big
I-
channels.
I am
but-
your paralysis demon.
I would like to see one other thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Technically,
Mhm.
we color coded all of our microphones to
Mhm.
look like the Star
that's
Fox
right.
crew.
correct.
Mhm.
And
That's
then we have had episodes of when we're all on Discord and we're in the little Star Fox boxes and our logo looks like Star Fox. But
I don't know what
ultimately,
he's
the
talking
camera there captures us.
Yes.
No clue.
And we are coded like Star Fox. And the new Star Fox characters look more realistic than we do.
It's
They
true.
do.
We don't even look as
We,
real.
we're more cartoony.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say,
we
I
have a more
don't know what you're.
cartoonish style.
Photorealistic. We summoned him back, but because we
Yeah.
did this,
Yeah.
they
That's
came back
true.
photorealistic.
I
we
don't know
did,
what
we
you're
went
talking
too
about.
Far.
Yeah.
Quentin is always talking about how we didn't go far enough.
Well,
We went too far.
Nintendo
I
didn't
see.
go
Reel it
far
back.
enough
We
because
didn't
they
go
didn't make
far
a new
enough.
Star Fox
You're thinking
game.
they
but-
should have
Back
just had an
taxidermy.
actual
But
fox.
it should have been, like, if they're gonna go more realistic, they
Mhm.
should go. I don't know, make it look almost photorealistic.
Yeah.
Maybe some hyper realistic puppets or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: we talked a lot. Well, at least I talked a lot about how.
Did you just stop right
You
there?
just stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
You can
I
stop
talked
right there,
a whole
Benjamin.
lot.
Yeah,
And
Quentin
you all may remember this, where before Metroid Prime 4 came out,
Yeah.
and and I made terroristic threats against the developers.
Yeah.
I remember
If you
that.
recall, before that, I sang the praises of Retro Studios,
Yeah.
and I talked a lot. In fact, one who knows Latin would say ad nauseum, okay, about Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical
Yes.
Freeze,
Yeah, yeah.
I talked a lot about those games and how it's absolutely incredible, and it was really in injustice that we haven't had a Donkey Kong game.
Mhm.
Talked about that. Then they came out with a Donkey Kong game, and I didn't play it. Okay,
That's true.
but they did.
yeah.
We talked all about Star Fox. Star Fox.
What's happened?
Just through willpower, this tiny channel has
Yeah.
brought back two game series.
Yeah.
Big channels. Can you say, hey,
Yeah.
big channels?
They didn't do that.
You-
What we talk
you
about
nitwits.
happens, which is why
Yeah.
I'm happy to introduce our topic
Oh,
for
no.
today: World War III.
Yeah. Oh no, we have
and
to
now
theme
the
the whole
economy.
podcast around it. Yeah. And now,
So
no. So how
Yeah.
do we all feel? I want to go around before we get to our topic
Just
of the
terrible.
week.
My
Right.
back hurts and my stomach's bad. I'm pretty excited about Star Fox, but that's the only thing I got going for me.
Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
No,
hear that. I hear
so
that.
I'll give my reaction.
Yeah,
I
give me
was
your reaction.
very surprised at first, like very taken aback when they just cut to Fox.
It's jarring.
because
it's
they
a jump
They
scare.
just showed us. They literally show us Fox from the Mario Galaxy movie. Who looks? I mean, he has a different style from like
Sure.
video game Star Fox. He has like a
Yeah,
Mario-ish.
he looks.
Yeah, like cartoony
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And what's funny is I remember watching the movie being like, this is the most like unique take on Fox we've
He
ever
looks.
had.
He looks really good.
Little did I know that they were going to do Fantastic Mr. Star Fox like a month later,
Well, yeah. I
a
mean,
few months later.
it's shocking to me that they didn't go with that art style. Sort of do like a. Because if you took, I didn't watch the Super Mario movie, but I saw the clip of him
Yeah.
from the reveal trailer
Yeah.
from the movie, and I saw that, and all I could think was, why wouldn't you do like a Star Fox 2, and have that style for all the
Like the
characters?
Takia Imamura.
Because you know how like the animations look so good in Star Fox 2, all the faces.
Mhm.
I love all the animations for the faces in that game. And imagine if you had those great expressive faces, but they were with the Mario movie animation.
I mean,
Why not?
He doesn't.
We got monsters. We got horrible, horrible monsters.
Wait, in the Mario Galaxy movie?
no,
or
in this remake of 64.
the thing is,
A
Fox
remake of
was
64.
shocking. Then
Oh
like I saw Slippy and I was
God.
like, this looks good. Like Slippy looks great.
Slippier than he's ever.
He's
been.
slippier than
slippier than
he's
he's
literally
ever been.
Slippy. Peppy looked good, and then it cuts to Falco, and I was again like, I don't know about this. He looks like a Happy Feet character.
He does.
But then like,
That's
but now
insulting to
that
Happy
I've
Feet.
had like a few, now that I've had a
once
week,
it sits with you for a while.
I'm like, I love this.
See, I was equally shocked.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys know this. This is a revelation for the audience at home. I'm real old. All right, I'm so old.
You can say that again.
will be dead by the time
Audience,
this podcast comes
Please
out.
pretend
all right?
to be surprised.
You'll be dead before this podcast
is
is
over.
over.
I
Because
mean-
I'm going to use this.
Yeah, I know.
Because your opinion about Star Fox, I'm sure, is going to infuriate me.
My thing is, I right here on the screen, if Devon remembers to
He
edit,
won't.
is the box
I don't do that
art
anymore.
for
He
the
doesn't do that.
original Star Fox.
Nope.
That was my introduction to Star Fox. Was the original.
Same, yeah.
Right.
Star Fox 64. I had literal years of no Star Fox 64 because it hadn't been invented yet. And
Invented.
I remember I think there was a commercial with like puppets Star Fox puppets,
Uh-huh,
and like
yeah.
there was like
Sure.
a lot of promotional material and like Nintendo Power and stuff, and it looked like a Jim Henson production.
Yeah,
and
sure.
of course, it's based on
I
the cover
I'm sure
of
it's
the
real.
game.
I'm sure it's
yeah,
real.
based
We'll
on
get
the
you back
cover
to the
of the
home
game.
real soon, Grandpa.
Good God. And so after I got over the initial shock of Star Fox, I went, oh, they're doing the cover of the original game.
Yeah.
And then I thought,
Okay.
that's very unique. And it struck me that like Nintendo has had this it's not really a problem, but it's a little bit of a criticism people have leveled at them, and it's somewhat fair that a lot of their characters kind of look a lot of their art styles had started to kind of blur together, right?
Yeah.
It had started to kind of blend,
Donkey
right?
Kong
Please
Bonanza.
don't put this curse on me.
Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah,
I did.
you did.
I did.
This is entirely on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
complained
so-
a lot.
And so
All
But
I
here's the-
said was they're starting to look all like Splatoon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Splatoon.
It's not Splatoon.
Congratulations,
No.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, it's awful.
And so no. Here's the thing:
Oof.
they redesigned Donkey Kong,
Yep.
but they don't really break away from the cartooniness. But then Mario Wonder is a little bit different too. And then
Not a
from
redesign
classic
of
Mario,
it,
not
just
really a
like,
redesign, but they're developing very strongly leaning into certain
True.
art styles. And now Star Fox, they want it to look like nothing else that Nintendo does, right?
Yeah.
And they went with, instead of just going, a lot of people are like, well, they just went photorealistic with it. It looks like a Ubisoft game. It looks to me very intentionally like the cover of the original Star Fox.
Yeah, and that's
They
a
look
terrible
like-
mistake.
they
That's a
look
terrible
like,
mistake. Let me tell you something. That cover art is haunting. It's haunting because you're right. It does
Star
look
Fox
like
should
that.
be haunting.
And it's
all right?
ugly. The original art is terrible.
Well,
it
have you
looks,
ever-
It looks creepy.
It's like
Right.
the artist for Star Fox 64, Takuya Imamura, who just left Nintendo recently and made his
Out of
own
window.
game.
Sure.
Yeah, out of window.
Say.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We crawled out. We
Yeah,
crawled out
yeah.
the window when we saw the news.
The police have
Yeah.
determined that it was a suicide.
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
4 bullet holes in the back of his skull, but you know,
No,
sure.
but he
had
posted
teeth marks
about
on
the
his
new
face.
Star Fox and how much he loved it. And how he's like, this
sure.
is how I pictured them looking in my head when
Yeah.
I was drawing them.
Was he holding a newspaper with the current date
He
on it?
then, he then did say that he liked the design from the Mario Galaxy movie better.
No, he did say he was like, I think he said something to the effect of like, I had a more positive reaction seeing him
Yeah.
in Mario.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I'm like, is that I do think that it's not just photorealism. I do think that like, especially you see the scene where Fox is talking about how we're going to take the Lylat system back one planet at a time, and he leans in. He looks like a puppet. He looks like Fantastic Mr. Fox. Like it's the eyes. I think he does not have like a
sure doesn't.
fox's eyes.
What sold me on it though, what I think will sell people on it, because I feel like the reaction online was very negative and then slowly started to kind of bleed to positive as people got used to
Let's
it.
face it, there was
The
one
thing-
group that was very
the thing-
negative,
yes.
and then
The thing that I think sells people on it is if you go onto the website and you see the picture of Andros, you go, oh, that guy is legitimately terrifying now, and that's how I remember him. And it that kind of works.
You know,
now there
he is terrifying
He is
in
terrifying.
64 because you know I don't actually need Falco to look like some kind of horrific homunculus. You know, where he was put in a petri dish with a blue bird and a human being. You know,
That's exactly how I would
In fact,
describe
They created this
Falco.
little
Falco,
mixture. You know,
despite being named Falcon, like after
we've
Falcon,
been over this. We've had this conversation
he's
on
a
the show.
Vietnamese pheasant.
We've literally had this conversation, and it
No,
was boring in the first place.
No, I didn't know that back then. He's based off of, like
We
Googled
Googled
Vietnamese pheasant.
Oh,
and
Devin's going to put it
yeah.
right here on
God.
screen.
Yeah, he's
I
definitely
don't
gonna
do
edit
that.
it. He's
I
really
don't
gonna
do
edit
that
gonna
anymore.
remember.
The point is that we didn't need this. We didn't need any of this. What we needed,
We don't need anything.
well, you know, not in video games, but the point is that we've been begging for Star Fox. And let me just tell you something, because you all have said a lot of words, and I heard at least a third of them.
Ethan really hasn't said any words.
Shut
No,
up!
Ethan.
Ethan, all right? Always with this Star Fox, ooh,
Guys, if you
art
can't tell,
style.
Star Fox has
Okay?
made us very emotional. We're
Listen,
all very,
listen, all right?
emotions are running high.
Star
very excited.
Fox makes me hard.
Oh,
It used to
Yeah,
make
I
me
know.
hard with happiness.
okay.
Now makes me hard with anger.
Mm.
All right?
That's a fear response.
Yeah.
It could be.
You're afraid of how strongly you like.
When I look at Falco, I'm scared.
Right.
Okay?
Because of his large talons.
He's
Yeah.
frightening.
Yeah.
His shape is frightening.
Right.
When I look at Fox's legs, He's got these
I
crooked,
don't like
twisted legs.
Fox's legs.
They're
I will
scary.
give you that.
It
I actually
explains.
kind of do.
Well, you're a sicko. The point is that
It was a bold artistic choice.
You don't. See, I'm grateful that
okay.
you don't actually see Fox's legs most of the game, so it's
No,
fine.
yeah, that's true.
His face looking
great.
okay is the most important.
Unfortunately, this
Yeah.
game is confirmed going to have more cutscenes because
It
they're
is.
just going to have time on the ship.
It is.
Star Fox,
I'm very excited about.
scary. Okay, Star Fox, scary.
The
Falco, no, Star Fox.
His name is Fox McCloud.
Yeah, that's right. He's the Star Fox.
Oh.
He looks scary. The Star Fox looks scary. The Star Bird looks scary. All right.
Falco is very much an undiscovered real-world species that predated on early humans.
That's true.
Now, you want to
Yeah,
talk about a
that's true.
Vietnamese pheasant. He looks like
Yeah.
a Vietnamese guy made love to a pheasant. All right. The point is, and I'm not judging. Listen, that's their
Right.
culture. I'm not judging. But
not
the
their
point
culture.
is,
Let's be
That's
clear.
their
Can we be
barbarian
clear?
culture.
Can we be
That's
clear
their
that's
culture.
not their culture?
The point is,
no one's saying that's their culture.
and I've been there
You've not.
Yeah.
to space.
Oh, it is
Not to
space.
Vietnam.
I
The
see.
point is,
We're all
that
in
I've
space right
seen
now.
a pheasant. It
Right.
doesn't look like that. Typically, scary. Peppy, Peppy the
Hare.
hare. He's like a rabbit.
He looks
okay?
pretty normal.
He looks
I would
fine.
Like a
actually
rabbit,
argue.
he is a rabbit.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's a hare.
Yeah.
He's okay.
He actually
I
looks fine.
His-
I don't have a problem
No.
with
His
him.
voice is really bad.
Slippy Toad.
Oh, you don't like his voice?
It's. I went back and compared
not
it
quite
to all the
southern
other.
enough.
It's not old grumpy
Yeah.
man enough, and it doesn't have its Texan drawl. that he
Yeah.
has.
It reminds me of
we
Star
agree.
Fox's Salt Pepper.
Yeah.
Which-
no.
you-
Star Fox's Salt Peppy was like out of breath all the time. He's like,
No, that is true. It's not quite that.
It's not
but
that
the
bad.
accent reminds
You
me
remember
of
how he talked
He
in
sounds,
Adventure,
he
though?
sounds like Bugs Bunny. A lot of people have pointed out.
Yeah, a little
Like
bit.
especially when Pigma's like got a lock on him, he's
Yeah.
like, I can't shake him like that.
Yeah.
And he's got that like really.
Terror.
High
I just went back.
pitch.
I
No,
went
he
back and
does
watched
sound
the
bad.
level of Star Fox Zero where you play as Peppy,
He was good in Star Fox.
and
Zero,
I was
yeah.
listening. To, it's just
Too bad it
they
was in
just
Star
dropped the
Fox
ball
Zero.
on it real hard. Yeah.
Slippy Toad.
Uh-huh.
Some of you will say, well, isn't it great how slippery he looks?
It is pretty great.
I just love a slippery guy. Okay? I've heard
Hold on a
I've
second.
heard you say it.
Wait a minute.
I've heard you say it. I've heard you say it.
I've heard you
Excuse
say
me,
it, but not
excuse
about
me,
it.
excuse me.
We've all heard you say
Excuse
it just now.
me.
The whole internet's heard you say it.
You say that, you're talking about Slippy Toad.
Right. Okay.
All right?
You really like a slippery guy.
Sure.
I would never say it about Slippy Toad.
Okay.
Because Slippy, we want him less slippery.
I've heard you say it
Okay.
about
see.
about Otacon from Metal Gear.
Let me just say this right now. If and you can quote me, the press can quote me,
The police
If-
will quote you.
the police can quote me, the judge have it written down.
right.
If I could grease up Otacon and Solid Snake and slide between them like a slip and slide, I would any day of the week.
Okay.
All right?
But not Slippy Toad.
Slippy Toad.
Let me just clever, and we're the deviant ones here, right?
Right.
When
That's
was
what he's
Slippy
asserting.
Toad
Got
the
it.
least slippery? Think about it. Tell me the answer.
64 because he was angular.
No, you're wrong.
Mm-mm.
You're wrong.
The
Sorry.
original Star
He's real
Fox.
glossy.
Nope, still wrong.
Mm-mm.
He's so dried out in that.
No, sorry.
Command.
It's in command. End of command.
Command.
Oh, because he's all wrinkled.
He's all old and dried out.
Yeah.
Command.
He's right.
He's like a
He's
prune.
right.
He when he's telling the story to his
Children.
like great grandchildren or
His
something,
tadpoles.
his tadpoles.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though they just look like people still.
I'm glad
They
that
should
you're
have
reminding
tails
us
and
that no
stuff.
matter what your opinion of this remake is, it's not a low point for Star
Yeah, no.
Fox.
Here
It's
is
really
the
not.
problem.
It's really not.
So we
It's
have
been worse.
we have a disgusting wet Slippy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
We have a Peppy the hare, and he
Yep.
is he's doesn't sound right, but he looks normal.
A lot of people have
We-
also noted he sounds like Arlo, the Muppet YouTuber.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take your
It's
word
so
for
much
it.
worse.
Arlo the Muppet. Shout out to Arlo, friend
Poor
of the
Arlo.
channel.
He is. Come on
whoever-
the channel, Arlo.
Whoever
There's
you
only
are,
one
Arlo,
puppet I
you're a friend of the
dislike
channel.
There's room for you right here.
So the point is that people who are going like, oh, look at Pigma, he's scary. I don't care. All right. What's scary is your bad opinions.
Mm.
Anyone who's excusing this is ludicrous. It's ludocracy. You don't like how it looks. You literally said that you saw Falco, the Vietnamese pheasant,
Mhm.
okay, and
Vietnamese
said
pheasant man.
Vietnamese pheasant man,
Yeah.
the pheasant Vietnamese man. You saw that,
Yeah.
and you didn't like it, and then you developed
No,
this
I was
syndrome.
taken aback. I was like, I don't know about that.
One of my
right,
favorite
sure.
YouTube commentators is Kyle Bossman, and
Friend of the channel?
friend of the podcast.
I don't know who this is
Love to have
either,
you
but-
on, Kyle.
Okay.
And he has a video called the title is something to the effect of "These disgusting Star Fox
I've seen that,
characters
yeah.
are good."
Yeah.
And
Okay, sure.
that's a great take.
So I'm gonna pull the group here.
His take is perfect.
Yeah.
So I've talked about the designs in response to the fact
Yeah.
that you all focused in on that.
I
but
think I've got
can
your
I-
opinion. You're excited. You're looking forward to it.
No, I can't wait. The point is,
Full
I
endorsement.
want to put this around the table here. How are we feeling about the fact that it is a remake and not an original game?
I am curious.
I do
Ethan,
want to say
please
one
something.
thing about the graphics that
Go
I
for
have
it.
not
Go
commented.
ahead.
I'm going to say you didn't go far enough.
Oh, no.
Well, I think we already said
First
that.
of all,
I think he did.
I think we already said that.
He did.
I
Did you
said
hear
he
that? Wait,
should be
did you miss the
lump-
part about Solid Snake and the lubing up? Okay.
first of all, weak. What are you?
Too weak.
You're too weak.
I
You're
am.
yes.
Yes.
I saw.
Yes.
I saw Pigma Dangar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Immediately, I pissed my pants.
Yeah.
Right. Weak.
He is
Right.
scary.
You just play the game
no,
and
I-
be terrified. Be frightened the whole game.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let me tell
I
you something.
endorse it. But
Yeah,
you
I'm already
didn't go-
scared enough looking in the mirror. I don't want to have to
didn't-
be scared playing video games.
Yeah.
You talked about
Okay.
these frightening characters.
Oh, they're so
and
ugly.
not once did you mention Cat.
Cat Monroe.
Have you seen the picture of Cat?
Cat is the
I
only.
haven't.
I'll say
I
this.
haven't.
Cat's the only design I dislike.
I haven't seen it. Can
Actually,
you pull it
like,
up on a
I've
phone
only,
so
I've
I can give a
only
live
seen her
reaction?
in the little like
she
box.
looks like she's addicted to meth. She looks like she lost most of her teeth.
Honestly,
So what I'm gonna say is that
in terms of
All
like
right.
the character,
They didn't
So,
want to make her pink.
I'm going to flip the phone.
Yeah, you're gonna.
All right, we're
you
gonna
guys
have-
talk.
okay.
You're
You
gonna
guys talk
piss
so
your
that the
pants.
camera goes on
okay,
you.
we're talking
Okay,
now.
Devon is
and
talking.
All right.
We're talking, but Ty can't help himself.
Yeah,
He's
no.
always gonna say something.
yeah,
There,
Ty,
it's
be
on
quiet.
us.
What? What?
Quinn screams
Wait!
so loud.
Oh my god!
I mean-
oh my god! It looks like Fox did crack and then started
Wait.
dressing in drag.
Wait. Ethan,
Oh my
take away the
God.
picture. Take away the picture of producer Cameron.
Oh my god! Look at
Yeah.
that. Let me. Oh my god! Call RuPaul.
They did this thing where they were like, we can't make the only girl character pink.
Oh
That's
my
sexist. Let's just
Yes.
give her some pink eyeshadow exclusively under her eyes so it looks like dark circles
Yeah.
from meth addiction.
I'm sorry.
missing
You
two
all got a
stuff.
lot. You all.
She is
Can we
missing
just
teeth.
take a moment? I'm sorry. Excuse.
What are they doing with that?
Okay.
Can I say I'm more excited about the
I don't know.
character than-
No, you
yeah.
can't.
Of
say-
course.
What?
I'm excited to be terrified all the
Okay,
time.
No,
I will
you all-
say, I
you
did-
all are insane. You
Can
all are
someone
insane.
else
No.
chime in?
Excuse me. We're having a live reaction.
We're
You
all
just
reacting.
showed-
Quinn, we're all reacting the exact same way.
Yeah.
None of us are happy about Cat. All right?
Now,
None of us
I
are
will
happy.
say,
Cat looks
on the
weird.
flip side, they did a pretty good job. with
Absolute
James.
aura.
Like James, they
James
did a
McLeod
pretty good
looks
job.
pretty
the
good.
absolute aura of James McLeod.
James
I can't
McLeod-
even believe this.
I'm just like I'm
yeah.
not editing.
He doesn't
her
look
in.
like a different. He doesn't look like Star Fox with glasses anymore.
No.
That's, he actually
True.
has some character.
Yeah, he
which
has
is
like
good.
he has like sort of more of like
Yeah.
a scruff about
I don't
it.
even.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even think I can handle the visuals conversation anymore. This is horrific. This is terrible. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
That is.
Cat
people-
looks
Cat
pretty.
is messed
I
up.
flipped through like 5 of those. When he told me about that, I flipped through like 5 of them trying to
Yeah.
find actual Cat, and then realized, like,
Yeah,
oh wait, a
realized
minute.
that was
Flip back,
it.
like, that was it the
that's
whole
not.
time.
Yeah,
That was
fan
it.
art
My
making
brain
fun
told
of
me
it.
that was not it.
Isn't
you
it
know-
weird that a
Oh,
cat?
They gotta
God.
patch
I feel like
that
a
or
cat
something.
would be the easiest
Yeah.
to get like to look cute.
Well, I'm glad it can only
'Cause
ever
cats,
get worse.
like, yeah,
you know?
it's
I'm
true.
really glad it can only ever get worse.
No, but the thing
we-
is, I am curious what
Remake,
Quentin's
let's-
original
yeah,
question
please.
was.
Yes,
is
now on to
remakes,
Quinn's question. I just had to say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No
We're
one mentioned
starting
it.
with you.
No one mentioned it. So
Because how do you feel about the fact that the campaign is a remake in stage design, but then the multiplayer is brand
multiplayer
new?
looks really good.
Yeah.
I think the multiplayer actually looks really, really good. And I am looking forward to the weird VTuber Star Fox thing. I think it's funny. I think it's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
that's
good.
gonna be hilarious.
I think also you're going to have Star Wolf's team, right?
Yeah,
as,
you
as
can.
VTuber.
You
Yeah.
definitely are
Yeah.
going to have at least Star Wars team. I think there's hidden
Guys,
characters.
I think
we
there's
want to
4
make this
hidden
promise
characters.
now. Harrison will be Pigma.
I have 4
or Andrew.
secret characters.
No,
No, it's
Pigma.
mine.
Pigma.
Yeah, I say no. That
That's-
dude.
that's
I was
what
like,
they
is that
should
too
be.
mean?
That is
Yeah.
undoubtedly.
There are 4 secret characters. I'm calling it
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
for the VTuber
Yeah,
model.
because there's some like
Really?
below
Yeah.
even Star Wolf. Yeah.
So there's 4.
On
Okay,
the
I'm
edge of
gonna
my
say the
seat.
4. I'm gonna say the 3 obvious, and I want to see who can figure out the 4th one that's less obvious.
Okay.
There is General Pepper.
Right.
There is Bill.
Yep.
There is Cat.
Right.
Who is the 4th?
I mean, so we haven't seen him, but it's possible Rob is in the game.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Why
probably
wouldn't he be
probably
in
Rob.
there?
But if Rob
it
is
might
just
be
like
Andros. That
here's
would be
the thing.
fun.
Could be
Andros
Andros. That would be fun.
But if it's Rob and his mouth just glows when you talk, and like
Amazing.
if
I
you
love
make
that.
angry eyes, they turn red, and if you make surprise eyes, they turn green or something, that'd be pretty funny.
You know, I'd
Yeah,
say
that's
that the
Um,
next character is my sleep paralysis demon, but you just showed me Cat, and it looks exactly the same.
As
Jeez
the demon sleep
Louise.
paralysis
it
demon
could be.
of your
It
sleep
could be
paralysis
like
demon.
the like poodle and the other dog from
Oh, I like that.
Starbucks 2.
So I
Wonder how they'll make them look terrifying.
I'm so much more of
They
a
can do
hater.
it.
I'm
They
so much
can
more
do
of a
it.
hater
I
now
know.
that you've shown me that picture. I mean, it literally. I didn't.
So wait, was Ethan right? You didn't take it far enough.
Oh no! My point.
Yeah, he
no,
was
let me
right.
just
Through
tell you this right
ignorance,
now.
but
no,
still.
No, here was my point. Earlier, I literally said that they tried to go more realistic, and they didn't take it far enough because they should have just been realistic.
Oh, that's true. He did say
They
should
should
have
have just been like.
Yeah.
It should have just looked like a fox wearing sunglasses.
He's saying your reaction didn't go far enough because
Well,
you
yeah,
didn't know
okay.
about Cat.
Well, that's
So
true.
I
No,
made
that is the most.
I made a short about how like the Mario Galaxy movie and stuff had Star Fox.
Yeah.
And that like if it was a remake, I wouldn't be as excited.
Yeah.
But then I ended it by saying like I said not as excited because like it's been 10 years since Zero, and like Zero, and to some degree I understand Nintendo's position that like Zero was a reimagining of Star Fox 64, same story but like change all the beats.
Just like 64 was to the original game.
Sort of, but
Yeah,
60
They just keep
Yeah,
retelling
they-
the
the
thing
story.
is the original though
original-
the original is very like story light. It's a Super Nintendo
Yeah.
game. You don't know what's going on unless you have the instruction manual. 64, it's more accurate to say that 64 was like the game they were trying to make, and then they could finally make it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So then like you really only after that have the remake on 3DS, which is just a direct remake. It's literally like the same
one-
sound files. You have Zero, which is a reimagining, and now we have this one. It's just like
5 times
adding-
they've done this same thing.
no. So if
No,
you
he's
take
right.
64 as just a regular thing, then you have 3D and then this one.
Yeah.
As just full remakes.
You're
and
being
then
real
Zero
loose with this though.
Zero is like the
It's,
Yeah, Zero's a reimagining.
Yeah.
It's the same story, but
Oh
it is a
my
very different.
God. Okay,
think-
but
no.
it's
All
still,
I mean is just that like I don't know why they insist on like just keep remaking it, but I do know why it's just a direct remake because Zero was a reimagining and it
I'll
didn't
tell
do
you what
well.
happened.
we talked about this on the pod before, is that they needed something different. The
Yeah.
way Breath of the Wild is not a traditional Zelda game, but it's still a
Right.
Zelda game.
Yeah. To
They
breathe
needed
life
something
back
different,
into
and they
it.
could have used Star Fox 64, but added like roguelite elements.
Mhm.
Like that would have been brilliant. Like something to make the experience different and something to make the experience a little more unique without a full reimagining necessarily. Or
Right,
just take Star Fox 64
Mm-hmm.
and add a bunch of levels and add routes or add. Some people are saying that there might be like a prologue campaign where you are going from Venom back to Corneria as Peppy,
which would be cool.
which would be cool, but what kind of stages are you looking at?
Mhm.
They could have. I feel like they could
challenge
have.
mode looks cool.
Yeah, challenge mode looks
is
cool, but I just look at it and I go like, I have beaten this game and it takes like very little time.
Well, why don't we just
And
do a
it's fun
remake
to,
of
like,
Star
play-
Fox Assault?
Well, let me.
Why not?
because then
we're
they
just
can't
gonna remake
Because
then
we can
they-
see their feet now, and that'll
Yeah.
be horrible. It'll be
Yeah, that'd be
unplayable.
horrible.
God.
Yeah.
Unplayable.
You're telling me that Crystal's feet would not sell copies?
I mean, if
Okay.
they look
Crystal
like
would look like
Star
Crystal
Fox,
meth.
Yeah.
Producer
We've
Harrison
seen the
would play
pattern here.
Star Fox for the first time.
Not if Crystal looked like Cat. All right.
Okay, that's
all right.
fair.
Actually, maybe Harrison would be
here's
more
the-
into it. Yeah.
Here's the deal. All right. And I speak for everyone in
All
existence.
right, yeah,
all right.
at least for everyone
obviously.
at this table.
Nobody
Well said.
nobody wanted nobody wanted a Star
Nobody.
Fox 64 remake. We wanted Star Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got Star Fox. Nobody wanted a remake of Star Fox 64 because it's the most
Speak for
readily
yourself.
available video game to have ever
Yeah,
existed.
I don't think it's the most readily available,
You can
but
play
it's
it on
just
your
that
Switch right now.
It's on
Yeah.
the NSO.
Yeah.
It was on the 3DS.
The original is,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
you can play so many different versions of Star
Yeah,
Fox. It's been decompiled on PC now.
Yeah,
like
it's a pretty
it is
prolific
so
game, yeah.
it is a prolific game. So nobody was asking for that specifically.
Right.
However, it is obviously a great game, but nobody was asking for a remake of Star Fox 64. I think everybody looks at that and goes, "We would have rathered a new game." But here's the thing: there's a clear pattern in recent history
Mhm.
where Nintendo has usually a new developer or development team. They hand them a remake of a video game series, and then they use that as a kind of trial run to hand them original titles. We saw this with
Mercury
Metroid
Steam, yeah.
and Mercury Steam with Samus Returns, and then Metroid Dread. We see this
Best
with
game.
we saw this with Grezzo and Link's Awakening, and then
Not the best game.
Echoes of Wisdom. They use the engines and assets
Yeah.
made for that remake to make an original game.
Pretty clear pattern.
They did it with the detective. I don't play the games, but it's like Famicom Detective Club
No
or
clue what you're
something.
talking about.
They did a remake,
Mm-hmm.
and then that same development team made a brand new entry in
Yeah. Okay.
in that very old series.
Mhm.
They keep doing this. Is my point where they hand somebody a game and go, okay, focus not on the fundamentals of gameplay,
Yeah.
because that's tricky. Prove to us you can do.
You understand the soul of the game.
You understand the soul of the
Yeah.
game. They do this. I almost feel like as an exercise. Like
Yeah.
here, remake this game so you understand what made it good,
Right.
and then you can go on and make something new. So the hope, the fact that they're doing a Star Fox remake, but it is a full, not a quick, cheap remake, means that they're
Yeah.
piloting another studio into making
We hope.
Star Fox
we
games.
hope.
Yeah, maybe.
almost certainly.
Maybe, but
I think recent history is strongly in favor of that idea.
okay, sure.
So that there's a little
Sure.
hopium for everybody out
No,
there
really.
that saw Star Fox 64 and went, "This looks great, but again."
Well, the thing is that like
sure.
I want to
Okay.
talk about the fact that like the just the very fact that you have like online multiplayer that you can play with like random people.
I do like the look
that
of the
you have like
multiplayer
you have
quite
like
a
an
bit.
objective like capture. What it's like a creative take on capture the flag in the sense that there's a pirate stealing like cargo and you have to shoot the pirate down. He's not the enemy team. Starwolf is trying to shoot him down and take his his stolen goods. Fox is trying to reclaim the stolen goods.
I really like it.
Like
if only there was interesting ground combat, land masters.
well, I will
and-
I will
It's-
say that
maybe
like,
there will be landmasters.
Wouldn't it
we
be
don't know.
interesting if you could fly on the wing of your teammate? And you
Quintin,
could
in
shoot
case you
from-
didn't know, he's just described. Here's the thing. I
here's
don't
the
want to
thing,
be
while
part
you can't fly
of,
on the wing, they did show a mode where a second player can use a mouse
Mouse,
to
yeah.
be a gunner.
Okay,
That
that's-
seems
that's
like fun.
great.
The
Yeah.
thing is, I don't like. I do also understand from the perspective of like we had a Star Fox podcast a year ago. We are the old guard. We've been
Yeah,
playing
right.
Star Fox this whole time. The Switch, unlike the Wii U, has like a giant audience of like
Sure.
of core people. So reintroducing Star Fox, I do think you should. If you're like, okay, we need to think about all the people who haven't played Star Fox.
It's hard
ever.
to make a sequel to a story game that relies on the previous
And if
game
you're gonna
when
tell
no
the
one played
if
it.
you're gonna tell the intro story, it should be Star Fox 64. Like it should be like
Why?
James McCloud disappearing and
Let's
Andross
do a
and
prequel.
stuff.
Okay.
Let's do a
Is
prequel
why, yeah.
about James
Yeah.
McCloud.
All right. Let me just.
No, but it won't
you
be
just
as
said
good
that.
as Star Fox 64.
You just said that.
You're right.
Why? Why does it need to be that story?
Because Star Fox 64 has such a good story. You'll if you rewrite it, okay, and you say like, okay, we want to reintroduce the character, you'll get rid of the old guard because we're like, you can't just replace like the original story of Star Fox. But if you reintroduce it by just making Star Fox, a sequel to Command where Fox is old and it's his kids, you're not reintroducing Star Fox. Like
I think they
that
could have remade
character.
Star Fox 2, though.
no, but the thing is that like that's not as good of a game as 64.
Oh my
you see what I'm saying? Is
God,
that like
but 64 being a good game
Yeah.
isn't
No,
necessarily
If
dependent on
if
the
you take
story.
out, all I mean is that just if you take out the fact that they've remade it a billion times and the old guard's tired of seeing it, you've just got let's say it's never been remade before and it's like, we need to reintroduce Star Fox. Which one do we pick?
You don't have to pick one. You can make a new one to
I
reintroduce
do think
it. Why
like
do you-
thinking that it's automatically not going to be as good. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily agree with this, but Breath of the Wild ridiculously outsold Ocarina.
No, but
It's like
that's
it
not
almost
that's
has a
apples
10
and
out of
oranges.
10.
No one was
like,
having to be reintroduced to Zelda. Zelda
No,
needed to be
true.
reinvented.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
No
but-
one knows
and that
what
was
Star
the original
Fox is.
Zelda team making a new
Yeah.
thing because they had been making
Right.
Zelda
Yeah.
for so long. This
Sure.
is probably not the original Star Fox team,
Undoubtedly
if
not.
I guess.
But
Definitely
my
not.
point
Well,
is,
they've only
okay,
made one good game.
here's a question. All
They've
right.
made it like
Yeah,
10
right.
times now.
No,
Okay, but-
they've
but-
they've reimagined and redone the original Star Fox a
What
lot.
was the story of the original Super Nintendo game?
The story of
anyway?
64, basically. I
Okay,
mean,
so is it just there's a war in the Lylat system
Yeah.
and
Andros
and
is attacking.
Is,
Yeah.
all right.
and
okay.
Fox's father went missing.
Okay, so those are
I don't
the-
think that
That's
part
not
is in the original.
The original is Dr.
No,
Andros
'cause-
had been banished to
Because when
Venom,
you're
and
escaping, doesn't James help you find your way out?
that's in
No, that's only in
64,
69.
babe.
Okay.
The point
there was
is,
originally like a thought that the original Star Fox was you were playing as James McLeod.
That's right.
So-
yeah.
But it's
so
doesn't seem
here
to be
we
accurate.
go.
Yeah.
We've got two things which they carried over into 64, and then they made a brand new story otherwise. You've got War in the Lylat system, and
Yeah.
you've got Andros, right?
Which they could,
Okay.
they could make this story very different while making they only said the stages are the same, so
True.
the story itself could be very different for all
Yeah.
we know.
well, that would
That
be
story certainly is.
right because it
All
will
right.
deal with addiction.
Yeah, it will deal with addiction.
she'll check herself
All right.
in midway
yeah,
through the game.
I think Fox's
come back with a
reaction
full set
to
of
General
dentures.
Pepper is a sign that they're saying like this is going to be different.
Yeah,
I
I
Because
think
like
the story
in
will.
64,
maybe.
Fox is like gung ho, and he's like, Andros won't have his way with me. But then like in the first cutscene with Fox, he's talking about how General Pepper seems stressed. He's like really chill, and he's like, yeah, if you pay us. And to be fair, he might not know Andros is back, but they're clearly setting up the fact that some of the story beats won't be identical.
Him having a somewhat different personality doesn't change if the
No, it doesn't.
story itself is
It
the
doesn't.
same. There's this
I
game
will
called
say that-
Star Fox Assault. Do you guys remember Star Fox Assault? The
We do,
thing
yeah.
about Star Fox Assault,
Why are you
is
putting so much
that-
emphasis on Fox?
it's about a Star Fox.
No, you're
What do
not
you
wrong.
put emphasis? I'm sorry, excuse me. Can we poll the room here?
I put the same
What
emphasis
word?
on both. Star Fox.
Star Fox Assault. The point is that we're saying it basically the same way.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
In that game, okay, the
Mm-hmm.
Star Fox,
Assault.
he's the captain of the ship. He's the guy you play as. There's
Yeah.
there's the bird, there's the toad,
Mhm.
there's the hare,
The
okay?
hare.
There's the General Pepper, there's the robot.
By the way, I think Slippy's a frog and also a fraud.
yeah, well,
Because he's
Because
called
his name
Slippy
is Slippy
Toad.
Toad,
I don't
that's
think
pretty
he's a toad.
interesting.
Well, Peppy is also not a
Falco is also not a falcon.
I don't know what a hare is versus a rabbit.
Hare is a different kind of.
it's a different lagomorph,
yeah,
and if you
lagomorph,
read a book,
yeah.
you'd know that. The point is,
It is a different. Like,
it's a
thing.
different lagomorph.
Oh,
The
I didn't
point
know
is, it's like a distinction between.
But how do we know Pepe's not?
But how do we know
Lion is
Pepe's
a
not?
There's,
tiger.
it's a
Yeah.
distinction between
The
like
ears.
there's lots of things which are all tortoises are turtles, you know that, but not all turtles are tortoises. Just anyways, the,
Correct.
Okay, go for it.
the point is we're not discussing lagomorphs or toads right now.
Yeah.
The point is
In
that
a sense, we are.
so you've got all these elements.
We could have been
right?
discussing Lagomorph this whole time because I still don't know what it is.
Everything that I just said are
Right.
things that are also in 64.
Lagomorphs.
Well, the lagomorph is in 64.
yeah,
You
correct.
just said he's not a Lagomorph.
He is a lagomorph.
He's
He-
not a rabbit.
Oh,
the
right,
point
right.
the point is that you've got all these things which are also in Star Fox 64.
Right.
Okay, but it's got a different story. Which isn't that a bold choice? It's got a different story. You're not fighting Andros. Okay, in fact,
Oh, in Star Fox Assault.
Andrew dies and does not come back in that game.
Yeah.
Okay, he gets shot to death in a drug related incident at a drugstore.
Enigma gets
Right.
assimilated by the coronavirus
He gets
but
coronavirus.
he gets better though.
in Star Fox Command.
He
though.
is not better.
In Command, he's better. yeah.
Command
He
is
is
fever
better.
green.
No, he's
He is
not.
not better. He is a
He's-
gigantic
Yeah,
monster
he's
now.
into like the junk belt.
Yes.
And
Oh,
you go in there.
that's
he's
right.
like
Yeah,
a big
that's
face.
right.
Anyways, the point
That's
is
better than being dead.
I was say I was like he got better as in he's not
horrific.
dead.
Isn't
Oh,
he
yeah.
literally like his face popping out of like a ship in Assault?
Correct.
In Assault,
right?
yeah.
It's
The
terrifying.
point is that it's not tonally, it's not like 64.
No, it's
its story
horrifying.
is different than 64. And you know what? It's still Star Fox. It's recognizable.
Sure.
Only this game's going to be very different from 64.
True.
But it's going to
up on
have
meth.
That's right, yeah,
it's
exactly.
going to have
Yeah.
the same story.
I will say
you
this.
don't. My point is that you don't have to have the same story, and you can have a game that's story is fine.
But I will say that like I care less. Like I would have maybe told an original story, but they're making enough additions and addendums to the story that I'm not really bothered by them telling the same story again. Star Fox has not been traditionally that heavy of a story game, and if you hit good emotional beats, which the original had a few, if you expand on that and you kind of tweak that, I'm completely fine with that. What makes me sigh when I think about it being a Star Fox 64 remake, much more than the story, is the fact that I have played this game. Most of this game is gameplay. It's not a super story heavy game. Most of it's the gameplay, and I've played these levels and this gameplay many times before.
Yeah, sure.
Because this is an older game.
Because they did say the
You
layout
could
of
do-
the stages will be the same.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Which
could
is
have
crazy.
done a Star Fox
Weird
Zero,
choice.
which Zero deviates a little bit from the story, but you could have done something where you have a whole new, functionally a brand new game.
Yeah.
Because
But
the
you
stages
retell
are
the
all different.
you
in
retell
that.
you
In
retell
Zero,
the
yeah, they're
origin
totally different.
story, but you have a completely. I would have preferred even something like that in the sense that 64 is just a very well trodden path for me,
Yes.
and so like I'm going to enjoy it.
And I guess that was
but
the
it's
point.
not.
That was the point I was making. Is that for us who have been around the whole time, 64 is like a game that we're way too familiar with, and we're like,
It's the best game ever made.
Yeah, it's like
So, of
it's
course
easily
of
like
course
one of
we are.
it really is like
It's-
one of
yeah.
the best games
Yeah,
ever
it's
made.
top
And so
five.
we're like we don't need a remake of it. Like we like playing it on in new ways, but like we don't need it. But like all I'm saying is that like if you take the old guard out of it, because when I said you've never remade any, for a lot of maybe the majority. And I know on this podcast, I'm often the one talking about the blue ocean market people.
Sure.
But the point is that like that's most gamers. Is that
Yeah,
like
that's true.
That's not enthusiasts. That's probably not the people watching this. But like most gamers have never played any Star Fox, so I can
Most
see.
never will.
I mean, and,
So I can
and you
see,
all
like-
wonder why I'm so down on gamers. All right, gamers will be like,
I love this
when
game.
I have even worse news for you, okay? Most people who are not gamers, even fewer of them have played Star Fox.
well, I don't like people in general. Then, but the point is that most gamers they'll do this little thing
Yeah.
where they're like,
this is a grimdark game that's based on Cinderella, and in this grimdark game you have to fight demons that look like Catholic priests.
and you're sitting there and you're just like, wow, I sure
How
wish.
dare you
I
call
would-
out my game?
And I
like
go,
that.
man, I wish I could drop an anvil on you, like a cartoonish, like cut the rope and the anvil just crushes you.
No, same.
No,
So, they don't play.
most
Star
of them
Fox.
are 9 though, and they didn't have access
9 years
to Star.
old?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how I know they do? Because they have NSO, because their parents are chumps.
True, yeah.
And so they could play Star Fox.
NSO though
anytime.
again is more for us.
And we're not
less
They're not
for
going to
them.
play old
We're talking-
games because
Yeah.
old game
I
is
do-
game and they
I-
can't handle games.
I do
That's a
feel
good
okay. So
point.
I do
That's
feel
a
like, so
good
I
point.
replay Link to the Past basically once
Annually,
a year.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's also one of the best
Yeah, I
games
do
ever
like
made.
my Nintendo, my Super Nintendo kick, and I play a bunch of Super Nintendo games.
That is a game I
Um,
think they should remake.
Sure,
I will
kinda
kill
did.
you
Here-
with my bare hands.
Here's the thing.
What is wrong with you? No, they don't. No, they don't.
They should, and they should call it Ocarina of Time.
Oh my god!
Call it a
They-
link between worlds.
They
One of the best
Wow.
games
There is a
made in the
mod
last 20 years.
for that game. There is a randomizer,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I have played through the randomizer. Like I will sometimes just play through it, beat it, re-randomize it, and play through it again.
Yeah.
And
That's
beat
weak
it like
sauce.
4
I
times.
play through the Super Metroid Link to the Past
That one is
randomizer where every
wild.
time you go indoors, you go into Super Metroid.
That,
That's
no,
a real
it's real.
thing.
It's
That's a
that's
real
real,
thing.
and it's wild.
Yeah.
Find
The
Zelda
horn-
items in
Who
Metroid and
came up
Metroid
with
The
items. in
horn
Zelda.
has grown into the eyeball.
It's great.
But
we
here's
are
the thing.
blinded by our own hubris.
Here's the thing about it
Who
is that
designed this?
that
incredible.
weird little randomizer that they throw into it,
Uh-huh.
the way it randomizes things is really great for replayability. Sometimes when I finish playing the original Link to the Past, I'll then start doing randomizer runs because I enjoy the gameplay, but it's fun to come at it from a different angle.
Yeah.
The reason I said they needed something, like my original suggestion, but it could have been anything, something like a roguelite, where like you upgrade the Arwing or you change up stuff, or expanded routes, or a Star Wolf
Maybe that'll be
campaign, and a James
DLC
the Cloud
for this
campaign,
game.
right?
That would be
like,
cool. Yeah.
That would be rad.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mhm.
Or like a capture the map kind of campaign,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're fighting back enemy forces like Star Fox 2. Something to give it longevity, because you're right. Star Fox 64, one of the greatest games ever made.
Perfect. You don't have to change anything.
It's the arcade style of game was the way games had longevity when Star Fox 64 came out. You made them
We're
arcade
going for
style.
high scores.
We have some really cool tools now in gaming that let us increase longevity. Roguelites are one of them. There's all sorts of little things we've learned about how like that arcade style has evolved. They could have done any of them without fundamentally changing Star Fox 64.
No, yeah.
The randomizer doesn't change just the bosses. It doesn't change
right.
like where the chests are at. It just creates an interesting way of
But
trying
also,
to
that's
figure
a
it
fan
out.
doing this.
Honestly,
and
I want
that's a
more-
big thing that
I want more
needs
stuff
to be
like
distinguished.
challenge mode looks fun because it's like
Yeah.
remixing original stages.
Like
I want
destroy the red shot.
I want more of that.
Okay, but that's
I
all-
want more of stuff where
Yeah.
they're adding stuff to
Okay,
this
but
game.
that's all swell. But my point is that for a fan to take Metroid, Super Metroid, or A Link to the Past, and say, "Hey, or both," and what you just said, let's increase the replayability. Let's add a random element. That's super cool. If Nintendo said, "Here's our new Zelda game. It's called Super Metroid Randomizer," I'd burn down a Wendy's. Okay, in protest, I'd loot a
Again?
Target and I'd burn down a Wendy's because if they release that as an official title, it would be infuriating, okay?
Mhm.
If a fan does it, that's great. But Nintendo saying, hey, here is Star Fox 64, and guess what? It's got a new multiplayer.
Yeah.
The Wendy's is gone, right? You saw the one that's right down the road?
I do have a
It's gone
theory.
now.
I do have a theory that, and this is the best reason possible to make it Star Fox 64. It's possible that they were like, we want to redesign the characters, but it's going to look so alien and strange that something has to be familiar. So we need the gameplay to be familiar so that people don't freak out as much about it.
I think it's definitely they have a more junior development team,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, we know that this game is good, and so we'll have you cut your teeth making something that's very safe and good. I think that was how Grezzo was. I think that's what they did with Mercury Steam. They put these veteran director with Mercury Steam.
Yeah.
And then had them make a game just to kind of prove that they could.
It's also going to be very strange because I'm fairly convinced at this point that they're working on an Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah, Nate doesn't really
This
miss.
has made me like think that they are, because like now I see what an N64 game that you just literally are like, okay, the scenario is still just the N64 game, but like we can update the visuals. And I mean, the thing that we didn't talk about enough that we should is that other than the character designs, this game is
horrible.
inarguably beautiful. The lighting is incredible. The environment, like the lighting is not getting the attention that it has. Each scene with like when they go into Sector Y, when they're like standing in front of the computer,
it's kind of crazy. Yeah,
and the fact that it's all running at 60 frames per second is incredible.
Yeah.
And so like an Ocarina of Time remake could look gorgeous.
It could absolutely
and be
look gorgeous.
unchanged.
Weirdly, I
don't
feel
care.
like Ocarina of Time would some of the N64 elements would stand out more in Ocarina of Time than they do in Star Fox, because Star Fox as a rail shooter,
Collision is not a big thing.
yeah,
in
this
Star
hasn't.
Fox, yeah.
This medium has not changed much.
Right.
But Ocarina, they continue to iterate on the Zelda formula, the adventure, and I think it will be very tight and feel great because I've replayed Ocarina very recently until you get to Hyrule Field. And when you get to Hyrule Field, if it looks like an Unreal Engine 5, if it looks like a modern AAA kind of game,
It'll look
you'll get into
empty and
Hyrule
weird,
Field and you'll go like,
Well, this is
there's nothing
completely
here.
out of
Yeah,
place.
so I do think reworking at
may have
least
to
Hyrule
reimagine,
Field.
yeah. No,
Even just Hyrule Field. I think the dungeons hold up remarkably well
Let's
in
not
Ocarina
get too
of
into
Time.
Ocarina.
Yeah,
of Time.
no,
But it's going to be weird if they, and this is what my actually going to be is, I actually don't think it will be a 1-to-1 remake. I think that it will be a vastly different game.
Ocarina or
Yeah,
Star
and
Fox
it's going to be weird that the Ocarina of Time remake that people do know better.
Yeah, right.
The people that played Ocarina of Time more often
you're
than
more
they have
dangerous messing with it. Yeah,
they're going to mess with it more. It's going to be
Maybe.
strange.
Maybe.
I do think it would also though be strange to do 2 N64 remakes in 1 year.
No, because the Switch 2
but
is
it's
just
Nintendo. They came out with 3
The
Mario
Switch 2
RPGs
guys,
in
the
1
Switch
year.
2 is just the 3DS.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
it's got a number on it, and
Well,
it's the
you
sequel.
know,
It's just a
true.
bigger version.
Unfortunately,
Guys, tell us, what do you think about the new Star Fox game? Are you excited about it? Are you like me and you're glad that it's less anime
Are you
and
terrified?
more weird? Like, what's that guy's name who did Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Wes
Anderson. Are you glad they look like Wes Anderson characters? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, if you could
I
put in
have
the comments
one-
whether
we're gonna-
excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
If you could put in the comments
Quinn hasn't gotten to talk enough, Devon.
just
I
quite,
know.
just if you could put in the comments how much Star Fox makes you hard, please do so.
Scale of 1 to 5, please.
I have-
1 to 5, because that's how many times they've remade Star Fox 64.
Yeah,
so
I have-
just tell us how hard
I
you
have
are in
one
the
final
comments,
thing to say.
please.
And that's all the time we have.
Yeah.
last year, the phenomenal composer and artist Rosen
Oh.
released an album
He did.
entitled All Range.
It's fantastic.
Great.
It's fantastic. The second to last track on it
Mm-hmm.
is called All Clear.
Yes.
Go listen to it.
I think that is the
10 out
last
of 10.
track, isn't it?
No, the last track is the staff roll.
The staff roll.
All Clear is escaping Venom.
Yeah.
We've talked about the story.
It's phenomenal.
We talked about the characters. Talked about the things we're looking forward to, the things we're worried about, things we don't like, things. If they donk up if I go down, I'm taking you with me, and everything after that point to the staff
Yeah,
roll,
yeah.
right? The explosion, the never give up, you become so
Yeah,
strong,
yeah.
all
Right.
that. If they mess that up, Nintendo is not allowed to make any more remakes. They're done.
I'll
They're
agree
done.
to that.
They're in timeout.
If they mess it up, yeah.
If they mess up all, because see, here's the thing.
Zero
Star
did it
Fox
really
Zero-
well. I don't
Zero
know. if-
didn't do it very.
Really?
Yeah,
I liked
the
how
all
Zero
clear.
did it.
But you like
It didn't hit the
backflip
same.
and like Andros is like chasing you on the way out, and it just kind of kills the tension.
It's not the same. No, it's not
Yeah.
as good.
I don't
No,
think
it's
you
not
have to
as
worry about that. 'cause
It's
this
obvious.
gonna-
Yeah.
Sure,
good. Yeah, no.
but
The only way they can mess it up is bad voice acting, in my opinion.
True.
sure,
yeah, and
well,
Andros
but-
sounds good.
but
Death
it's a lot of
Doll,
it's about the tone. They let you sit there on a white screen for like 12 seconds in the original
Yeah, that's
once the
true.
explosion happens.
Yeah, that's true.
It is uncomfortable. The music, the reason I bring up Rosen is because the music is phenomenal. Go listen to Rosen's album.
You
Go
have
listen
to
to
bring
All
up
Clear.
Rosen.
It's so good.
It's great.
If they mess that up, they're in timeout.
Yeah,
They're in
that's fair.
timeout.
That's fair.
That's all I'm going to say
The
about
good
it.
news
I'll
is
leave it at that.
If you have the
In timeout.
Nintendo Music app, the soundtrack of what we've seen so far from Star Fox is on there, and
it sounds good.
it's very good.
Yeah.
They can still donk it
Even
up.
you would like it because it's just
In timeout.
orchestral
In timeout.
Star Fox
That's
64
cool.
music.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's
Guys,
fine. I'm
we're
not
gonna
complaining about
close
that.
out the pod with how we normally open the pod nowadays, but it was Star Fox. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna check on our Power Up Pals in topic of the week. Guys, welcome to topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
This is where we either pour like a boring one that we wrote or the much cooler one from our Power Up Pals over on Patreon. And you can be our pal if you go to powerupbrothers.com/Patreon. This is a topic from our dear pal, one of our oldest pals, Omega Omelette.
Oh my
yeah.
God!
and this is a
Eggman
great
himself.
one. This is a great one. What is a game mechanic that you have never seen done well? So it's a mechanic you have seen,
Yeah.
but
Right.
never
Yeah.
done well. Omega's always got like the best. like,
Cindy from Final Fantasy 15.
I don't want to go any further in.
Sorry.
You know,
what that
I'm
is.
just gonna tell you right now. One,
You know what? You deserve the Star
I'm
Fox.
gonna- I'm gonna want to tell you,
character.
Yeah,
that
you
that
do
joke-
deserve that.
Yeah.
That joke was pretty stupid, but also wrong. I mean, just
It
Google
made-
it.
yeah.
Just Google it. I don't know.
I've never seen.
It made-
I'm a good boy.
Ty's never
Oh,
seen
okay,
it.
all right.
I'm a
You're a
good
good
boy.
Catholic boy. You would never.
Yeah,
You'd never Google.
I think it's interesting, like mechanic specifically, like not like genre or anything like that, but like I think that for me, I know it sounds strange, but like before Donkey Kong Bonanza, and this is not my answer, but like before Donkey Kong Bonanza, like destructible terrain had always been something that I'm like,
Mhm.
it's fine. Like it's cool that it's in something. Bonanza was the first one that felt like a video game. Like Minecraft is its own thing, where like you can destroy the entire environment and build it back up.
What have you done? You've given him a reason.
Yeah,
That's
I was about
true.
to say.
You've
I mean,
given
I've
him
never
let me just
seen
tell you
it.
this right
I've
now.
never seen it.
This guy has
bring it
There's a
already
game
checked
called
like half of his bingo
Enshrouded.
card. All right,
Enshrouded.
now you're giving him a chance to talk about survival crafters.
That's true.
Somebody who's watching is going to
That's
get
true.
bingo.
That's true.
All right. Well, I would just like to say,
Yeah.
that I'd let Cindy strum my banjo and give her my nuts and bolts.
Okay,
all right,
sure.
If you know what I'm saying.
Thank you for staying on that topic and not moving on.
What has, I think, never been done very well
Yeah.
in video games? Romance mechanics. It's always awkward and dumb and weird.
That's a good one.
And I don't like it. It's usually shallow and again,
Yeah,
it's just
I
kind
can't
of
think
creepy.
Of any game I've
You think
played.
about like BioWare games. People
Yeah.
love the romances in BioWare games, and they always make me just sort of like feel
They're okay.
like
As mechanics,
Weird.
yeah, that is.
They always- I don't think they're ever good.
I like in Fire Emblem where I can pair up characters, but mostly because I'm like thinking about the advantages they give each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
I was
Right,
like, if
right,
these
right.
two
Uh-huh.
get married, they can defeat the Dark Lord because they will get a bonus to light attacks.
Yeah, right,
It's
right.
true.
That's
It's
not
true.
bad,
But is there
but
a
I
game
feel
where
nothing.
Is there a game where romance
Not
mechanics
that I can
don't
think
make you
of.
just
Really.
kind of like
no.
Yeah.
this is kind of weird. I love the Knights of the Old Republic games,
yeah,
but the romances in them are laughable.
they're,
Yeah.
they're truly terrible.
They're awful, right? I will like
I
better
quit
off
the Old
alone.
Republic because of the romance.
You're better
Oh,
off alone.
yeah.
It was too cringe.
the Old Republic game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
oh,
too
yeah.
cringe. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's-
specifically said that they won't put romance mechanics in Final Fantasy 14 because it would be cringe.
Good. No, but that's
Did they
my
use
point.
that word cringe or just like they don't like it?
They might as well have.
Yeah.
They said they would kind of ruin the story and integrity
Which
of the
they're
game.
right.
Is that
They're-
people
that's
You can
accurate.
romance other human people in it and get married. You
Oh,
if your
real
spouse.
life
Sure.
players.
Right.
Yeah.
But my point is that people always reference BioWare. They'll bring
correct.
up Mass Effect and say like,
Yeah.
"Oh, but man, wasn't it great?" You are a horny freak, and that's the only reason you think it's good. You wanna
You like, yeah, it's
you
not a
wanna
good
make love to
mechanic,
the
though.
alien characters because you're a perpetual browser history deleter,
Yeah.
right?
You're
Those
always
are-
in incognito mode.
Those are awkward and stupid, just like
Yeah.
all the rest. So I'll just say, Omega Omelet, you're the one that asked this question. You know probably as well as we do. There's no game that has that mechanic that's good.
No, I don't think any. I can't think of a game where I was like, that was a really good romancing element. It's like,
No.
it's like
There's
I
good
really wish that
romances
wasn't
in
it.
games, but it's usually like just a
Oh
story.
wait, Sonic 06.
It's
That's not a
you don't-
mechanic. That's,
not a
just in the
mechanic.
story.
Disgusting.
Listen, people
But
who
it
make
is
well,
beautiful.
here's the problem. People who make video games are all virgins. So what do they know
Yeah,
about a
they've never
romance
been outside,
mechanic?
so what would they
You
know?
can adapt a novel, I guess.
Wait,
You
no,
know-
Animal Crossing. I met this nice girl named Rachel, and like we had a wonderful time. We
You
went on
got
lots
with a
of
character
dates.
in Animal Crossing? What is wrong with you? You sicko?
No, she came from
Okay,
another
White
so
town.
Tina's
mine
gonna be
is
very
a-
She was a fellow
disappointed.
human.
You got with a human in
You got with a
Animal
furry?
Crossing?
So yours
did.
is
Got me
romance.
through COVID.
Yeah,
Yours
romance
was
mechanics. Those are
terrain.
terrible.
No,
I'm
that
still
was
thinking.
that was
Okay.
because I have seen it done well in
Oh.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
and
but-
no other games.
None.
All right. So
I
what's
know.
your example?
I know.
Oh,
an actual thing.
It's my turn. I get to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone tossed it to me. No one ever tosses
Yeah,
it to
well,
me.
we don't
I usually
like to
just
hear
have
you
to.
talk. So,
No,
can't imagine
honestly, I think
why we
that
don't.
yeah, this is why I just stammer the whole time.
Correct.
I think all mechanics have been achieved perfectly in some
Terrible.
games. No, I think honestly
sure.
there's a really great game I love on the N64 called Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon.
Yeah.
And it gets the closest to like changing characters on the fly, like being able to play as different characters and use them in different contexts. And ironically, the N64 is notorious for Donkey Kong 64, where people complained about like having multiple characters and like
They're weak.
yeah.
Right.
And the thing is, I don't
Weak-minded.
think it's that bad, but at the same time, I also think that Donkey Kong 64 doesn't use it perfectly. That it's not like, that's not the element of the game that I love about the game, is that like, oh, you get to switch characters. It's a cool thing in it, but I don't think it does it well. Goemon gets close because you just push a button and you change into a different character. But they weren't like I can't say that they did it well because they were too afraid to commit to it.
Mhm.
And so in the game, you can basically do everything as Goemon. You don't have to. Well, that's not true. There is like one or two occasions.
Do you remember the game like Mini Ninjas?
Mini Ninjas,
Where like the main
yeah.
character had all the abilities, and the other characters you kind of they were kind of like items in Zelda. You kind of just switch into them.
Yeah,
They
and
weren't
so
the
like,
best or
but
anything.
I've often wondered like how if you were gonna remake Donkey Kong 64. Don't worry, they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
If you
I
don't
wanted
even
them to.
say it, you'll like summon it. We
Yeah.
summon things on this. But you remember what happened with Crystal Chronicles?
Oh no! What about?
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh my
don't bring
God.
that one up.
Horrible.
You all forget the power that we have.
We do.
Oh my
No,
God.
but the I've often wondered like what if it was sort of a tropical freeze situation where like the other Kongs were just like power ups for Donkey Kong or something like that. And if you count tropical freeze, I guess kind of you like Diddy Kong's, but that's not you're not switching into
not
Diddy
really.
Kong. So yeah, switching characters. I don't think that any game has ever done it to where you can switch characters on the fly.
What about Sonic Heroes?
That's a great example of what I'm talking about. It's never been done very well.
Do you remember how in Sonic Heroes, you get to the like the title screen and
Mhm.
it's like Sonic Hero, and it just like goes
Yep.
on, and it's the worst music you've ever
Just
heard in
keeps
your life.
repeating.
But then you start playing the game, and it's the worst thing you've ever
Yeah.
played in your life.
Yeah.
But then you remember at the very end, there's that cutscene with Metal Sonic, right?
Mhm.
You remember Metal Sonic?
Metal Sonic.
And he's in the rain, and he's wearing like a jacket, I think, right? Like a
Yeah,
raincoat.
he is wearing like a coat.
I think he's wearing a raincoat, and you're like, oh my God, this is so cool, right? But it's not because it's Sonic Heroes, and then the second that cutscene ends, you have to play it,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
That game still has the
Sonic
Guinness Book
Hedgehog.
of World Records record for the most playable characters in a 3D platformer.
Really?
Yeah, because what is it? It's 4 teams of 3. So like,
You can do
why
this
would any
math.
other 3D platformer go that high?
What's 4 times 3? Come on.
Six.
Anybody here? Yeah, that's right.
What's
Uh-huh.
yours, Ty?
So mine is might surprise you considering what we have right over here. It's Toys to Life. That is a mechanic
Oh,
that has
yeah,
been in a lot of
yeah,
games.
that's a really good one.
It is always I'm not saying there's no good games that feature this.
never been done
What I'm saying
well.
is that's always the
Yeah.
worst
Yeah.
part of those
Yeah.
games. I actually liked the game Starlink Battle for
Well, it
Atlas.
was
It was
okay.
an entertaining
It was
little
okay.
game. It was much better if you just bought the digital
Mhm.
versions of the stupid weapons and toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Having to buy that stupid though.
The Switch version of the game came with this cool looking Arwing, and thank God you don't actually have to use it to get an Arwing in the
No,
game.
you don't.
It is always the worst aspect, and I'm not talking about amiibos, which are just kind of DLC gates for certain games. I'm talking about like you put down Spyro, and then he's in Skylanders, and then he's running around, and I'm like, I would rather just play the game. All right, the Toys to Life
Yeah.
is only entertaining for like the tiniest of babies, and I'm sorry to all you people out there who love Toys to Life that I'm pissing off right
Oh,
now.
Yeah, but it just has to be done right.
It just has to
It's
be
not
done
that
right
the
at
game
some
it's
point.
like there are games that have the Toys to Life element, like you're talking about, that are fine games.
They're good
But
games.
the Toys to Life element,
That
it's like,
element
that's
is
not
the
cool.
worst part about it.
Honestly, the coolest, in my opinion, is like the original use for Amiibo. I still think FP Fighters and Smash Bros is cool.
Yeah, that's.
But I don't think that Amiibo has ever done anything better than that.
We've never done anything.
You know,
I don't think it's
I
done anything.
completely
Excellent-
agree,
excellent answer.
and I think that the whole idea of toys interacting with games snowballed to the point of no return. So that Nintendo now, they lock features behind having the right toys to play with. Which, yeah, I mean, you all can't imagine. There's barely any Wendy's left in my hometown
I
here.
know.
All right,
Sure.
I went
right.
back, and I mean, but I will say, something
That's
that I
good.
think that should be acknowledged
Mhm.
is that I didn't get enough appreciation for tying in Ty's dumb joke about Cindy with my particular pick, and I tied it into video games even more because I referenced Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. No one appreciates me, and I'm cutting the podcast down.
You're
All right? I'll cut it down.
You held that. That was good. He waited
Okay.
till the end for that joke.
Waited till the
Ethan,
very
what's
end.
your mechanic?
I'm cutting it down.
The mechanic I've seen in games and I've never seen done right
Mhm.
is giant monster sieges. There are some games where a
monsters.
bunch of groups of players can fight like a giant monster or like attack a base all together.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like 100 players or can all like attack it, but in groups of 8, and you're gonna like hit different parts of it, right? I've never seen that done right. I've seen it in games, never seen it done right.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Monster Hunter Online had a monster that was
Yeah.
so massive that the whole server you were on was hunting it.
Yes.
And you're on like different parts
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
attacking it. But it kind of doesn't matter. It's just you play it like it's a boss fight. There is like an offline version of it they eventually put out.
Yeah.
Because it kind of didn't matter. It was
Right.
mostly just a gimmick. A couple
Yeah.
other games have had that where like there was if I'm not mistaken, I think Lost Planet 2 had a boss that was gigantic, and like the raid parties were all
Capcom
attacking
just
it.
keeps trying to make it
Capcom
work.
just keeps trying to make it work and won't work. And there are some MMOs where they have like raid bosses where it takes damage from everyone on every server, and that's
Yeah.
how you kill it. Is everyone just keeps attacking it? But
Yeah.
ultimately, the mechanics are all boss mechanics.
Right.
I've never seen one where it's like everyone has to.
You want 1,000
Some
people,
reason.
Shadow of the Colossus, climbing up this thing with like hooks and stuff,
Or-
and you're
or
having to help your
something.
friend who's hanging on by a thread, and you have to reach your hand out and get him, but then the rope slips at the last minute and he falls, and you just gotta keep on climbing.
Imagine a giant monster where like
what this is a reference to.
It's not a reference to anything.
Oh,
It's
you
just-
that was just your
that's what I'm saying.
passionate
Like,
debate.
like imagine
yeah,
a
yeah.
giant monster where you have like 1,000 players all like from different lobbies all fighting it. But if you attack like one of its like spines, it's not able to shoot lightning at you anymore.
That'd be
so
dope.
like literally like 200 players are trying to knock the electric spine off of it, and everyone else is getting hit by lightning until that spine goes
Yeah.
down, and then suddenly you see a little notification on your screen that the spine's been knocked off and the lightning stops shooting, and you feel like you can finally breathe. And that was human players that did that.
Yeah.
That's never been in a game.
Yeah, I like
they
that. I
they
like
have giants. They have these like
Yeah,
raid
that
battles.
like lava giant from Monster Hunter World
Yeah.
is like it reached the point where it was just a pain. It was just a
Yeah.
stage where like there was elements in the world that like you just had to hit, and
Yeah.
like it was just annoying. And every time that thing showed back up and I had to do it again, the first time I was like, that's kind of cool. Like that was a neat little like mini game. Every time it shows up after that, I'm like, I never want to fight this thing ever. Like this
Yeah.
is so annoying.
Right.
And yeah, that's interesting. Kaiju basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's like actual like kaiju, or even just like massive multiplayer battles on like an
Yeah.
enemy base or a spaceship or something.
Yeah.
They just never
Almost
they
like
never
Jump
get it right.
Space is doing, but
Yeah.
like actually
Bigger.
Jump Space, I do wish there was like a mothership or something you could
That'd be
attack. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Eventually.
Omega Omelet,
That
what
was a
is,
fantastic
what is
question.
your
What's
favorite
yours?
what's your favorite romance in a video game?
That's a good question
What's
for
your
him.
favorite romance?
Also,
Mechanic.
what's your mechanic that you think has never been done well? Tell us in the comments. We're going to pin it because that's
Let
what
us
we do
know.
for our pals.
And tell us
When
what
their
you thought of
topic
my
gets
joke
picked.
of tying in Cindy with
Yeah.
the nuts and bolts, and then with my pick for your question. Tell me what you think. Give me a little review from 1 to
Quintin
5 of
really,
how hard you
Quintin
are.
really wants
You
like,
know?
a direct comment
I
to
really,
him,
yeah,
not to the rest
if you
of
could
us.
just let me.
I'll tell.
you know.
I'll share this one for free with you, Omega. I'll tell you the mechanic that can't be done well: double jumps.
I
Do
honestly
you
thought that was
know-
gonna be what you said.
Oh my
No, because
god! You know that I
it's
was
not
going
that
to
I've.
pick double
It's not that I've
jumps?
never seen it done. It can't be done well. It's a stupid idea.
No, I
It's
literally
lazy
I can't believe this right
platforming.
now.
I'm doing a whole video on
There's
it.
some game
I-
I can think of that has
Okay, I just want to say
something.
I'm not.
Is it
uh,
also the game that you think has good destructible environment?
It might
I'm
be.
sure.
Might be.
I'm not kidding. I
don't know.
actually did think I was like double
to think
jumps
harder.
is a terrible mechanic.
It's just
bad and
lazy.
everything. But
Yeah, it's just
then I
lazy.
went. Devon's gonna pick double jump, so I might as well go with something else. But
No, because
you're so
I've
right
never
for
seen it done well because
it's
it can't
never good.
be. It can't be.
You remember when we?
I've also never seen the devil done well. We're moving
Do you
on. All right,
remember?
guys. Thanks for being here. If you want to
Omega?
be our friend and our pal, go to patreon.com/PowerUpBrothers. Guys, we're back. We're back with weekly episodes. We took a little break to find ourselves.
I mean, some of us didn't.
I was gonna say, I
as
was
far
here
as
the
our
whole time.
upload schedule goes. But yeah,
We're totally
if you guys
back.
are still here, thanks for being here, guys. Episode 70. We've made 70.
70?
We've made more, but like
I feel like
we've
that's enough.
posted 70. That's enough.
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to decree something. If you're still here, you get to be part of the decree. Guys, we did it. We brought Star Fox back
We did it.
single-handedly.
Mission
No one else
accomplished.
did
We're
it.
very
Well,
sorry.
Therefore,
Oh wait, I've got it.
Go
I've
ahead,
got it.
go for it.
It's 70 episodes, right?
yep, 7-0.
7-0. Take 64 out of that, right? What's left? That's 6.
6.
All right. You worry me. That's 6 left, right? How many people are on this podcast?
6.
4. There's 4 here. All right. What's 6 minus 4?
2.
That's 2. All right. 6
You
minus
had
4.
64. We could have stopped there.
Yeah, I know. We could.
2, right?
We could have stopped there.
How many remakes of Star Fox 64 have there been? Too many. Huh?
Pretty good.
Huh?
He did it. He brought it back,
Brought it
everybody.
back around.
No,
So
but
Maybe we should put it to our
I'm agreeing.
Patreon. Maybe we should put it to our Patreon to decide what we bring back next.
Yeah, what
what
game do
do
you
you
want
bring
us
back
to
now?
resurrect?
That's a good idea.
The monkeys
We'll
paw
redesign
Monkey's
our
paw will
logo.
curl, all right?
Yeah.
Just remember, but we'll
No,
bring
but
it back. We'll
Here's
do
the
it for
decree
you.
that I should give because I'm promising people. Episode 70. This is season 2 of the Power Up Brothers, guys.
Finally.
We gotta
Start of
pick
season 2.
something
69
to
episodes
bring
in
back.
season 1.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Get in
Very
the
nice.
comments and tell us your what you would like us to bring back
Yes.
next
Yeah.
on season 2.
On season 2 of the Power Up
That's
Brothers.
right.
Power Up
We'll put
Brothers
a
podcast.
plush right there because I'm not changing the whole set, but we'll put whatever you want right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you
We'll
want back.
summon it
Guys,
back
let
from the
us know.
If you're
grave.
still here, thanks for being here. See you next week.
See you later.
Patreon.com.
Bye.
Give us
Season
money.
2.
Give us money.
Bye.
Give us money.
guys.